Multifamily Mindset
podcast. Think bigger.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Dallas Pruitt, and this is the MFM podcast. Super grateful to be here on the newly revamped and refined sequence for 2024. This is season 1 of the MFM podcast, and today you're going to get something a little bit different from me. Again, we have converted or switched out our routine for a new one. There is no longer a daily drip. We are going to be bringing you a mindset-oriented podcast episode every week on Thursdays. And then earlier in the week, you will hear success stories, inspirational stories, motivational stories from our network of syndicators. And Jackson Campbell will be on those episodes sharing, again, inside ideas, kind of pulling the veil back, if you will, to the success that we are seeing, the failures that people are experiencing, and the lessons learned through their experiences in doing not just their first deal, but growing their teams and everything that comes with multifamily syndication. I just want to say how grateful I am for you and that you've been on this journey with us up until this point. And again, with this transition, we're going to grow together. We're going to grow together in this process, but we're going to keep the main thing here on Thursdays, and that is helping you optimize your mindset for better performance as you continue forward in 2024 and beyond. Because we know that, again, your mentality, the world between your ears, matters. It's actually one of the most important spaces or environments that exists on the face of planet Earth, if not the most important space that exists on planet Earth, is that space between your ears. And it is under your control. You can grow, you can change your thoughts, you can change your mentalities, and you can change who you are. You can get better, you can grow. And again, it all starts in your dome. So what I want to do today in starting the year off right is I want to focus on 5 areas for better performance in 2024. These, again, 5 areas of focus for better performance in 2024. And I'm going to go through this in no particular order and shed some light, give you some tools and some strategies to help yourself perform better in the areas that matter most to you as a leader in your life. So here we go. Number 1 is, and I'll start all of these with a quote. These are all principle, not a quote, but a principle. And then we'll shed layers on this principle. The first one is, a lie believed as a truth will affect our lives as if it were true. A lie believed as a truth will affect our lives as if it were true. The stories we tell ourselves about our situations are powerful. I've learned through my own ups and downs in life that the story that I tell myself about who I am and where I'm headed and what's going on is either extremely impactful or extremely detrimental, or somewhere in between those two. Look, we're not talking about telling yourself false truths, right? We're not talking about denying reality. But we are, and what I am going to help you focus in on here is that we all are victims of limiting beliefs at times. It's human. It's normal. Especially when you strive to bite off a big chunk of something you've never bitten before. Your ability, your age, your talent, the stress, adversity, like whatever those stories are that you're telling yourself around those things, they matter. And one of the most powerful words that I have found, and this actually comes from the work of Carol Dweck, who I'm a huge advocate of and fan. She says that yet is one of the most powerful, profoundly powerful words that you will find in the vocabulary of anybody who has achieved greatness in their field, in their industry, in their life. I can't do this yet. Again, it's one of the most powerful words. So as you tell yourself these stories and as you attack your limiting beliefs, making wise use of that word is going to be on your side and help you more than you can even imagine as you continue to move forward. So one of the things that I want you to do today is just ask yourself some questions like, what thoughts are limiting your performance in the areas you're most motivated to grow in right now? What are some of those thoughts? Some of those stories are deep-seated. And just because they're deep-seated, meaning it's a story we've told ourselves for quite some time, doesn't mean that we cannot change that narrative. Look, one of those stories that I was told growing up and that I still find myself faltering on at times because it is a struggle and it's not something I do all the time is math. Look, like underwriting and those types of skills are not my forte. It's not something I practice often. In fact, that probably stems from my childhood and growing up. Math was always something that I avoided. But part of that avoidance was because I bought into a story that was told to me from my mom and my dad and my family growing up. And that story was, hey, Dallas, Pruitts aren't good at math. So little by little, I started accepting that truth. I adopted that as a truth. Hey, Dallas, you have an excuse. Pruitts aren't good at math. And what I mean by excuse is I had an excuse now to not stretch myself, to not try, to not give my best effort. Because why bother? There are other things that I can do that I am good at, but I'm not good at this. I didn't adopt the word yet. I'm not good at this yet. I wasn't excited about challenging myself and stretching myself because why, again, would I do that when I adopted the false reality that, look, no matter what, like I'm fixed in my skill set here. It's fixed mindset 101. Look, we're adults. I'm no longer in high school. I've grown in my abilities in math. My current career, my professional life, my personal life, they require a certain level of math, but it's not a major focus of mine. However, I know that if it ever had to become one, or when it is a requisite for anything that I'm accomplishing or working to accomplish in my life, I go into that situation telling myself the proper story. And I face those adversities and obstacles with the proper story, which is, look, I don't know how to do all of this yet. I don't know how to do all of this yet, but I can figure it out with time. And that's just a prime example of anything you're going through right now. It doesn't have to be math. It could be something big or it could be something small. I don't know how to run a marathon yet. I don't know how to lose 60 pounds. I've never done it before. I don't know how to do it yet. I don't know how to, you name it, whatever it is. Be careful about the stories you tell yourself. They're extremely powerful. And the hallmark of those who do great things in their life is they have a passion for stretching themselves, especially when things get hard, especially when times get tough. The second principle for better performance, the second mindset, if you will, for better performance that I want to share today is you are your greatest enemy / asset. Look, your ego is going to attack you as you continue forward in 2024, and it's going to lift you up and get you all high and mighty when you're doing good, and it's going to block you from growing and learning the things that you need to when things aren't going perfectly. It's going to make you want to point the finger at someone else. It's going to trick you all the time. The reason? Fear. Fear is a real thing that we all experience. In fact, it's one of the root causes of most of our heartache and headache in life. It's this like desire to prove yourself. And one of the best ways that you can attack your enemy of ego is to be open to learning. Be open to learning. Learning is greater than proving. Getting better, making progress is better than perfection. You don't need to be right all the time. What you do need to do is you do need to learn. And you need to get really good at it if you're going to do the things that you know you're capable of, that you want to do. It's just a game of learning. And so remember that as the year progresses. You are your greatest enemy. Look, ego, fear, these are real things. They're going to pop and rear their heads open all the time. Just understand that the reason that is because there's this weird thing about us that we get. Maybe it's society telling us the story. Maybe it's our experiences growing up through school. And who knows? It's a combination and a gamut of so many. The point is this. If you want to grow, you got to learn. If you want to learn, you got to weed out your desire to prove. So a question you can ask yourself is just, where is my ego getting in the way? Where is my ego getting in the way? In my relationships, where is my ego getting in the way of my progress, in what I'm building? How is it trying to protect me from looking a certain way, focusing on the way things look instead of the way things really are and what it is I'm really learning and building and doing? I'll get through these other three real quick. What got you here won't get you there is the third one. What got you here won't get you there. One of the principles to live by throughout the year and ongoing is to create a habit of auditing your systems. Look, your behaviors, little by little, are what create you and your future. Habits, rituals, and routines. It's so easy to get stuck in thought when you continue to bite off big chunks of newness, new goals. Right? Growing, the process of growth. It's exciting to think about the things that could be, but in reality, the best antidote for being stuck is action, not thought. And so we can only stay in thought for so long. Auditing your systems, checking in on them regularly, and most importantly, making sure that the things you're doing are in alignment with the things that you're wanting to accomplish, that you are committed to accomplishing, the things that you are committed to building, the things you are committed to doing. You change. Your goals change. And as you do, your process should change. So if it's good and in alignment, keep it. If it's not, get really good in 2024 at pivoting and weeding those things out. It's okay to change. It's okay to modify. It's okay to evolve. And it's necessary to make sure your process follows. So, number 4, the most impactful creators do it twice. It's just a loud invitation for everybody this year to make visualization a habit, right? Make visualization a habit before the workday. Visualize how the day is going to go, the type of success you're going to have, the types of decisions, the types of attitudes, the types of approach, the types of interactions. After the workday, visualize how is your home life going to look? How are you going to show up? What are those interactions going to look like at home with your family, with your kids, with your spouse, with your partner? Visualization is one of the most impactful habits that great creators have. Again, they do it twice. They don't just do the thing once, they do it twice. They do it first in their head and then they do it in reality. So create a routine of visualization before the workday, after the workday, and compartmentalize into any other parts of your life that require you to bring your best self to the forefront. Look, it's not being on dial or on full speed 9 900 miles an hour all the time. It's important to just experience life. But when we talk about wanting to perform better in aspects of our life, visualization is one of the most powerful tactics that we can, put into place and make habit. And then the last one is striving is better than arriving. Look, this is the ultimate mindset, the ultimate hack. It's so easy to get focused on outcomes, right? Even though they do matter. I don't ever want it to get twisted. Outcomes matter when you're building things, but doing the thing and learning from your experience of doing the thing, that is way more powerful. And that is where we actually get all of our joy and happiness is from striving, not arriving at a destination. Look, whatever you're experiencing right now is just part of the journey. And whatever you're working towards, that destination is just part of the journey. Life is an experience. Life is change. Life is a journey. And the better you become at striving throughout that journey, the happier you will become, the more successful you will become, the more peace of mind you will experience, the more joy you will experience, the better your relationships will be. It is one of the biggest lessons I've learned in my life as I continue to grow older and gain more experiences, that striving, the process, the work, engaging in it, engaging in the moment, engaging in the day as you work towards winning weeks and months and goals and years. That's where the joy comes from. And so, again, just wanted to shed some light on 5 areas that you can focus on for better performance in 2024. 5 mindsets that will absolutely unlock more growth and fulfillment for you in your life. I'll review them really quick. A lie believed as a truth will affect our lives as if it were true. You are your greatest enemy / asset. What got you here won't get you there. The most impactful creators do it twice. And striving is better than arriving. Striving is better than arriving. Look, this is just the first of many episodes on the MFM podcast that are focused on mindset and helping you unlock more growth and fulfillment in everything you do. We're super grateful to be here as always, and keep at it, and we will see you guys back here on the podcast next week.
Multifamily mindset.
Podcast. Think bigger.